Hey everybody, Z Garcia here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a roll and write game in which we are exploring islands and finding ourselves some treasure. This is Silver and Gold. In this game, everyone has a couple of island cards in front of them, and you're going to be flipping cards from another deck that tells you what you may mark off on those islands. And so you've got your dry erase marker, and you're going to be marking off little squares on these islands. When you complete the entire island, it's fully explored. You put that aside in your score pile, you give yourself a new one, and you just keep on going, revealing these little patterns, marking off spaces until the game is over. You'll be doing other things like collecting gold and finding palm trees and things like that. But overall, it's a very breezy game. It's a very simple game. So we're going to go ahead and check it out, take a look at how it works, and we'll come on back after that. I'll tell you what I think of it. To set up the game, each player is going to get one of these cards here to track your scoring and the various things you are collecting in the game. And you are going to be given 4 cards. You're going to keep 2 of those cards. And we flip over 4 more. We shuffle these, and we put this main card here to track some victory points as well. And the rounds. We're going to play 4 rounds in the game. Everyone has a marker, and you are off to the races. So, the turns are going to go around the table with different players becoming the start player in succession. And on your turn, when you are the start player, you take one of these, and you flip it over. And everyone is going to mark that shape on one of their cards, canceling out spaces in that card so you can complete it and get the victory points for it. You can freely rotate this or mirror it if it mattered, and you are going to be doing this kind of thing. So I might do 1, 2, 3 there. Once I'm done and everyone's done, then the next player is the start player, and they flip this, and everyone does it. The only reason the start player will rotate is because it matters who is first when some of these cards and bonuses are finished and collected, all right? So, the other option you have is, when a card gets flipped, if you don't want to do that shape, or you cannot, you can always cancel out one single square on either of your cards out here. As you cancel out so let's say the next one is that, as you cancel out the coins on your maps, then you are going to mark those off over here in order, starting from the top, working your way across. And when you complete a line, so let's say I get all 4 of these here, then I'm going to get the trophy, the best trophy that is left at that point. Let's say I'm the first one to do so. I'm going to cancel out this 6, and I'm going to write 6 victory points right there. All right? And as the cards get finished, I am also going to, of course, put them in my score pile and draft a new one from out here and continue playing. You are going to continue flipping these cards over. There are 8 of them until you flip them all but the last one. The last one is never used. So let's say they've all been done by now. Then that is the end of the first round. And we are going to shuffle up the entire deck, all 8 cards again, and start the second round. And that's the basic flow. There are a couple more symbols that you're likely to find on these cards out here. The coins, as I said, translate into victory points and trophies, and I'll explain endgame scoring in a bit. But there's also these X's, the red X's. When you cross out one of those, then you are going to cross out one more square anywhere you want. So I might put that over here, for example. And then there's a palm trees. When you cross out one of the palm trees, you are going to score 1 victory point for that palm tree, as well as 1 victory point for every palm tree out here in the common pool. In this case, 1, and there's 1 right there for 2 points, and you're going to write that in right there. You can only score palm trees 4 times in the game. So you have to make sure that you make them count. So there you go. As I said, when you complete these, you set them aside and you draft a new one. Some of the cards are going to have bonuses up here in the top corner for every card of that color you have completed. So if I've already completed this card here is worth 8 points in and of itself, but it's also going to give me a bonus 2 points for every orange one I have completed. So I might want to combo those things together. And every time these are taken, then of course they will be replenished and so forth. The end game scoring is going to happen when we've completed all 4 of these rounds. And then at that point, you're going to add up your final score. So let's say this is what I completed here, all of those. I am going to get, let's say I did a couple more of these here. you're going to get 1 point for every coin, as well as any trophies you have gained. So if I, do a couple more of these, and let's say by that point, the 3 was the next one, then fine, I get the 3 victory points, and that's crossed out. I'm going to get 8 points, plus the 6 here, plus the 3 there. I'm going to add that up and put it in that space on the sheet. I'm also going to get victory points from the cards I've finished, as well as any bonuses. But anyway, the trophies and the coins are going to go right here. So, again, that is 17 there. And then the cards, I have 8 and 8, 12 and 14. That is 30. That is 42. There. I'm going to score any bonuses. In this case, 2 for every orange card, so that's only 2. And then palm trees over here. Let's say I did another scoring of palm trees for a total of 5 points. I add up all 4 of these. That's my total score here. And that's the end of the game. Whoever has the highest score is going to be the winner. And then you just dry erase. These are all dry erase cards. So you can just wipe these clean for your next play. There you go. So let's go back up top. Let me tell you what I think of the game. All right, so there it is. That is silver and gold. I have to say there are a lot of roll and write games out there. A whole lot of them. But for the most part, the ones that are this easy and simple and sort of move along at a nice clip like this are also kind of mathy. It's the kind of game in which you get a little pad of paper, there are a bunch of numbers in a grid, and then you roll dice and, a 4 and a 2, great, I mark this off and I mark this off in blue and in green, that kind of thing. And those games after a while start to feel samey. Very Yahtzee-esque vibe to them all. This one I like that it has a similar concept, you're marking off spaces in grids of different shapes, but the theme helps, the elegance of the aesthetics helps. And so I think that's why I like this one a little bit more than a lot of those other roll and write style games. So let's go ahead and dive into it, okay? The theme, as I said, is my first positive here. I do like it. It's not the strongest positive. It doesn't put me in, it doesn't take me to those islands. And certainly flipping over a card with a shape doesn't make any thematic sense. But I still feel immersed by finding the right spot, exploring the right part of the island, if you would. If you allow it to work on you a little bit, I think you're going to enjoy the theme here as well. And of course, helping that are the aesthetics in the game. The look is bright and colorful. It's a breezy game. It's cheerful. I definitely like the cards with whatever finish they have on them that you can use a dry erase marker right on them. And they clean up beautifully. That's great. So everything does have a very visually pleasing vibe to the game. Replayability. It's pretty good. There are a few different things happening in the game and a few different things you can choose to focus on. So that's going to help, right? Some games you're going to start with some cards that have great gold. So you might go, okay, I'm going to try to focus on that. Or maybe you'll see a great opportunity for a palm tree play. That'll be great. Or you can start thinking about those bonuses. Oh, wait, this card gives me bonuses for the purple cards. I'm going to start trying to work that little part of the engine, So, yeah, this is a game that I've often enjoyed, I'll say, playing multiple times in one sitting. So quick, and that is, it's kind of breezy, so that works out. Game length, as I said, very quick. Fast turns. It almost feels like it's over before you're sort of ready to give up this little adventure you're on. But that's not a bad feeling. I enjoy that. I'd rather play a game that does that while still giving me time to develop than one that outstays its welcome. This one is timed just right. Ease of play. Very easy game to play. A couple of things to explain before you get going, how the bonuses work, how to use your score card at the end of the game. But other than that, it's a really straightforward game, and it's one that makes sense to people. Looking at a pattern and going, oh, hey, that fits right there. Whoop, look at that. I just checked off these boxes. Hey, I completed a card. It has a nice sense of little moments of accomplishment throughout the experience. I enjoy that in the roll and write. I enjoy that in any game, but I enjoy that in the roll and write. And then lastly, tactics and luck and all that. Yeah, there's a little bit of luck, but honestly, a lot of that you are mitigating as you play. You get to draft your new card when you complete one. So that's going to help. If you don't like those, you can always take the top one from the deck, but you've got some choices. The cards do get flipped randomly from the deck, but as you are burning them out, you have a better idea of what's left in there, if you so choose to track that information. Sometimes I play and I keep an eye on that. Sometimes I just sort of go with the flow. But it's there, it's available. You're never going to see every card, so you don't know what the last one is, but at the end, you've got a 50-50 chance, at least, to know what shape is coming up. That's useful information if you want to use it. So there are some tactics at play that I think are going to make it more than just a game plays you feeling. You do get to do some interesting things in this one. So that's it. I really like this one. This is a roll and write, or flip and write, I should say, that while it isn't necessarily innovative, does not necessarily reinvent what we've been used to in these kinds of games. I think it uses some of those ideas in a visually pleasing, somewhat thematic package, and it rewards the players consistently to keep you hooked. That makes for a pretty good game for me. So this is going to get a seal of approval. I certainly recommend it if you enjoy the genre, and if you're looking for one that isn't just colors and numbers again, then Silver and Gold might be the one you are looking for. So there you go. Again, seal of approval from me for Silver and Gold. I'm Z Garcia. I'll see you on the next one.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com.